All right. I believe we are audible and visible. Just a quick confirmation. Yes. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining today for our 165th session of Radisys SoundBytes Toastmasters Club. I will quickly start the session as Sergeant at Arms because, as you are aware, Shwet was our Sergeant at Arms. Though he will continue in the club, he is currently not with Radisys, but he has told that he'll try to join as a guest. Probably we'll start seeing him in the future session, but nevertheless, as Sa, there are certain ground rules that we normally start our sessions with. One of them is we try to come ourselves in camera how much ever whenever possible to have a better interaction with everyone. And we try to join the sessions as much as possible in person from the room. Of course, you get the maximum benefit when you try to join us in room. Nice to see both our speakers in person here joining us from the room. I would definitely like to see more of those who are online also to come and join us in person, how much ever possible. And another ground rule which we try to follow here is sex, religion, and politics. Whenever we try to avoid talking about sex, religion, and politics, in case you are planning to talk something about that, please make sure be aware and make sure that you do not hurt anybody else's sentiments. That's what the major ground rules are. And then with that, as a president, I would like to start the session again. Welcome everybody to the 165th session of the SoundBytes Club. And we at SoundBytes Club, we provide a very positive and supportive environment where learners are encouraged to improve their communication skills and leadership skills. That's what we are here for. And with that, we can get started officially. And today's theme is the butterfly effect. That's something very interesting. And I personally connect a lot with butterfly effect. And I believe also in butterfly effect. How many of you have heard about butterfly effect or know something about it? Have an idea? Okay, I see majority of the hands going up. But nevertheless, for the sake of everybody, butterfly effect is nothing but something as small as flapping of the wings of a butterfly can create catastrophic level of events in some other place. Just to give you an example, but this is not a small event though. The gas prices in LPG prices have gone high. And we have got nothing to do with much with the war, right? But since the Iran-US conflict is happening, Israel conflict is happening, and then because of the stretch of Hormuz and reasons like that, the prices have gone high, right? But this is at a macro level because war is a big thing. It is not as small as a flapping the wings. But something as small, as trivial as that also can create catastrophic events elsewhere. That's what the butterfly effect is, according to me. And I would really be keen and looking forward to the theme of the day from Toastmaster of the day, that is Pranali. Now, to quickly introduce Pranali in her own words, just give me 1 second. Yes. So, according to Pranali, it is her introduction in her words. She's a curious explorer. She's a human connector. She's a part-time artist and full-time dreamer. She says, I live for new experiences and the creative sparks that make everyday moments feel like a masterpiece. Oh, that sounds like a masterpiece. Now, with that, I would like to hand over the baton to take the session forward to Toastmaster of the Day, Pranali. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sarath. And so good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to another energetic and inspiring meeting of SoundBytes Toastmaster. It's our 165th session, and I welcome you all for this new experience that you all will be living here. So today's theme is butterfly effect, as rightly said and mentioned by Sharath. So we all know that butterfly effect, for someone who doesn't know, it's an idea that even the smallest change or action can create a massive change later. A tiny decision, maybe a tiny conversation, one opportunity, or one moment of courage. And suddenly life changes. And honestly, if we think about it, many of us are sitting here today because of that one moment, because of that one decision that you took for yourself, right? Maybe someone invited you for this Toastmaster session, maybe some speech inspired you, or maybe one piece of feedback changed your confidence to next level. right? And that tiny movement become your butterfly effect. So with that said, let's begin with our today's journey of learning and transformation. So for today, we have agenda like we'll have our evaluators and our icebreaker speeches given by Toastmaster Somnath and Toastmaster Saurav, and followed by one very exciting part for which everyone here is waiting, that is table topics, which will be taken by our Toastmaster Abhilash, and then followed by our tag team reports and our evaluators sharing their feedback to the speakers. So, with that, let's begin with our first speech, which will be given by Toastmaster Somnath. I hope Toastmaster Somnath is present here in the meeting.
Yes, yes. I think
Okay.
we can go ahead with the evaluators and then you have that in the
Yes,
agenda, right?
yes, yes. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, sure. So before we start, can we please have on the stage Toastmaster Aishwarya to explain her role and evaluation for Toastmaster Saurabh.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Toastmaster Aishwarya, and today I will be evaluating Toastmaster Saurav's icebreaker speech. Now, icebreaker speech is very simple. The purpose is simply to let the audience know who you are and about yourself. So, what I'm going to be looking for is a very simple introduction. We are going to be focusing only on the basics, and as the first speech that a member gives in a club, it is going to be nerve wracking as it is. So we're not going to have too many evaluation criteria, but I will do my best and try to give you the most valuable or the most the kind of feedback that you will gain the most from. So all the best, Toastmaster Sora. I wish you all the best and congratulations on starting your Toastmasters journey. Over to you. Of course, this is going to be a 4 to 6 minute speech, so we are going to look at the timing of it as well. But apart from that, good luck, all the best. Back to you, Toastmaster Pranali.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Now, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Chitra to explain her evaluation sheet for Toastmaster Somnath.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now.
Yes, Chitra.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Pranali. So, good evening or good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm Chitra, and I will be the evaluator for Toastmaster Somnath's icebreaker speech today. So, icebreaker speech is very special as it's the first step in the speaker's public speaking journey in Toastmaster, right? So, the main objective for this speech, like Toastmaster Aishwarya also explained, is not perfection, but it is to help the speaker feel comfortable before an audience and to give us all an opportunity to know Toastmaster Somnath better. I'll be listening to how Toastmaster Somnath shares his story, connect with the audience, and organizes his thought within 4 to 6 minutes. The most important part here is to encourage Toastmasters to support them as they begin this journey. Right? All the best, Toastmaster Somnath. Back to you, Toastmaster Pranali.
Thank you so much, Chitra. Now, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Sharat to explain timing rules, timing details.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Pranali. Me as a timer, today I will be noting down the time taken by prepared speeches, speakers, and then the evaluators as well as table topics. Coming to prepared speeches, as both of the speeches today are icebreaker speeches. Usually, icebreaker speeches are 4 to 6 minutes instead of 5 to 7 minutes. So, at 4 minutes, I'll be showing the green. Hope it's visible. Those online also, I'll be showing it. And then once it is 5 minutes, I'll be showing yellow. And once it is 6 minutes, I'll be showing red, and I'll keep it on, keep displaying it till the speaker stops talking. And when coming to evaluations, evaluations are 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing green. At 2.5 minutes, yellow. And at 3 minutes, red. And for table topics, it is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing green, at 1.5 minutes, yellow, and at 2 minutes, red, and I'll keep showing it until the speaker finishes speaking. And at the end, while called upon for reports, I'll be presenting my timer report as well. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharath. So now let's just start. Let's spread our wings and begin. So with that, now I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Somnath to give his icebreaker speech. Before that, a little introduction about him is if one thing we need to know about him is he doesn't change houses, rather he collect new places. He thanks to his father for transferable job, as he used to shift to new places every 3 to 4 years. And Bangalore is the first city where he stayed at stretch for more than 5 years. That's great. Can we have Toastmaster Somnath? He'll be giving his icebreaker speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Somnath.
My fellow Toastmasters, I have chosen the path engaging humor means to share a anecdote from my life to show that humor, if presented in a good way, can provide a good message. And this is about my school days. When I was in class 11, I studied in CBSE as you all know, the syllabus up to class 10 and then the jump in syllabus and depth to class 11 is huge. So in my class 11, we shifted from Guwahati, Assam, to Agartala, capital of Tripura. So I joined a new school and all, and I adjusted to that. So in my during 11, me and my fellow classmates, we thought, okay, school syllabus we don't need to concentrate that much on, but we can concentrate more on the entrances. It's not that we studied more for entrance, but anyhow. And so school started in June because we get a break after the matriculation exams, and school started in June, and then we had unit tests by about July end or August. And in that unit test, like most of my classmates, we got like maths, physics, chemistry, everything. We got like single digits, even double digits. If we get out of 50 double digits, it used to be like a celebration. And I got 7 out of 50 in physics. So anyhow, parents got to know. And then my father didn't scold me on that. So he just said, like, it seems like you scored like you studied like Vidyasagar. So it was humor and sarcasm both. And Vidyasagar was a social reformer who really used to study under the labs. And so that thing. And so after that thing, I won't say in the future like I scored flying colors and all, but I never scored 7 in my life. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Somnath. That was a great share of your life. And yeah, we're looking forward for feedback at the end of the meeting. So now let's move forward and call up, please join me in welcoming our speaker, Toastmaster Saurav, to give his icebreaker speech. Before that, let me introduce him in his own word. So he has spent his career solving high stakes problem in the world of engineering. Today he's reverse engineering his own life to show us what makes him tick. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Saurav as he transitioned from desk to the podium to share his story. Over to you, Toastmaster Saurav.
All is well, all is well, all is well. I am shy, underconfident, and afraid. That's why I am here in Toastmasters to make my mistakes, add glory to my failures, and share my story, which is definitely not of success, but of process, where I speak my mind. Hello, Toastmasters. I am Saurav Chatterjee, a small town boy from Renukut, which is almost 100 meters away from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Though my roots are from West Bengal, the land of Rabindranath Tagore, Swami Vivekanand, and Subhash Chandra Bose. But because of my father's job, as Somnath was also having that same problem, I was born and brought up in Renuput. There it was a company society culture where most of our parents used to work for the same company. Most of my friends used to go to the same school. So there was always a healthy, friendly competition between the kids. So that's how the public speaking started for most of us. We were asked to narrate poems, sing songs, do some dialogue deliveries. Then it went to schools where we were asked to do thought for the day or news narration in the morning assembly. Then again, when we grew up, we were forced to do few things like speeches, debates, or group discussions. That's how the grooming started. But later, when we as a speaker, or me as a speaker, I would say I liked going to the stages because of the appreciation that sometimes I used to get about the content. Sometimes the appreciation or the encouragement was because of the confidence that I can face the crowd. And what I personally felt that I was like to be heard by the audience. So that kept me pushing to the stage. But at those days, there was no AI. So soon I discovered that the quality of the content degraded, and it was very difficult to make that consistency. So like everyone, I also chose an easier path. I went from academics to sports. Then cricket and football became love. Badminton and table tennis were the time pass where most of our friends betrayed us for studies. So at that time, when sports was the focus, it took us away from this academics and public speaking. But still, it gave us some quality where we were fighting for our rights. We were fighting to the opponents, building team spirits. Sooner or later, I have not at that time, but yes, now I understand that that was also part of communication skills, which we will be trying now or later in between teams or outside the teams. So as I was very much focused on cricket those times, I shared the first name common from that time, Captain Saurav Ganguly. So I was trying to be a leader over that time, and I tried to copy his aggressive styles. And he started enjoying being a captain. So that's how my school life ended with a dream of being a cricketer. Then I went to my college. There also the sports continued, cricket, football, everything continued. There was very small chances where I was given the opportunity to speak in front of audience, where mostly it was freshers, farewell, or department events. But yes, wherever I got the opportunity, I grabbed it both hands. And whatever message I had for my batchmates, my seniors, or even my teachers, I, with some sarcasm, with some proverbs, with some jokes, I tried to express them. Yes, that was not always welcome, but yes, that's what my style was. Sooner after that time also, I tried something on sports, something on co-curricular activities, but yes, didn't do much over there. Finally, with this presentation skills and whatever my face, my batchmates or teachers like, they made me the cultural secretary for the class. And my sole purpose was to motivate my team members or my batchmates, classmates to participate in the events. And for my teachers, it was to control the crowd. They trying to giving a justice to my behavior. My teachers and batchmates tagged me as rebel of the college, and that's how my college life or the best days of my life ended. And then started the corporate monotony of eat, code, sleep, repeat. So in between that, there was still some sports in the weekends. We made certain friends where we were going out with, and we understand that traveling is not only exhausting, it can be relaxing as well. We also did some speaking activities which were more or less based on small discussions for the team. But the one that we were doing outside the team was more dependent on HR or the team building activities where we were waiting for the Pandu Fridays or the team outings. But then came COVID, which ended everything. But yes, that gave a different perspective for all of us about life or to the world. Definitely me. Even I was very scared because I was staying alone at that time. And I was experiencing every known symptoms every other day. But thanks to the God, I survived, we all survived the pandemic and again came back to the normal life. Today, we are here where I myself at Radisys have understood that for going to a different stages of career, we definitely want to transform ourselves from an individual contributor to a leader. Taking this decision, I understood that what is showcased is sold. So for that, I hustle and I capitalize on the opportunity that I get to speak or express my mind. Yes, I participated on Codathon to experiment on my leadership skills, and that was a very interesting experience over there. For my current path, I have chosen dynamic leadership so that I can learn and grow with Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurav. That speech reminded us that transformation always begins with small, consistent steps. And looking at your interest in multiple sectors or segments, it really inspires us. Thank you for sharing those words with us. So, before we begin with our next segment, I'd like to share one interesting fact, that is, butterflies can't see their own wings. Does anyone of you know about this? Maybe can we have some hands up? Okay. So similarly, we often don't realize our own strength until someone else pinpoints at us, right? And that is one beautiful thing about Toastmaster. So with that, now I'd like to call upon our Toastmaster, Abhilash, as we'll be moving forward into everyone's favorite segment and very unpredictable segment, that is table topics. This is where thoughts fly faster than butterfly. So help me welcoming Toastmaster Abhilash. Please, just a minute. I want to introduce him. So he's an avid reader, a retired unprofessional sportsman trying to make a comeback and a lover of new cuisine, especially when he doesn't have to cook them. So let's welcome Toastmaster Avilash to proceed with the table topic segment. Over to you,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Toastmaster Avilash.
Thank you, Pranali, for the introduction and the welcome. Yeah, so I am Toastmaster Abhilash, and it is my honor to be the table topics master for this session. So yeah, I think when I heard the theme butterfly effect, yeah, I immediately got scared again because small things create massive impact, especially when I cook. A lot of things go wrong all the time. Okay, so maybe unlike everybody else, I have a negative sentiment whenever I hear butterfly effect. So that's it. Given that the theme is butterfly effect, I kind of wanted to convey that same feeling and sentiment with table topics as well. All right, so I will I'll share my screen. That's where I'll be presenting my topics, and let's see where we go with this. All right. All right. Is my screen visible? Can I get a quick? All right. So I would like to call them butterfly moments. Right. The idea is that I would like to call a butterfly moment where something small happens and it leads to a pretty large and unexpected impact. And the topics will be of this nature. And the idea is to basically continue story from the scenario that I explained. All right. So I think who is our first volunteer for for table topics? Who would like to go?
I believe people always wait for the first bakra to understand what
Yeah.
exactly topic is about. Yeah, I'll go for it. Okay.
All right. Let's have Toastmaster. All right. The first topic. So, your butterfly moment is you have joined the wrong Zoom meeting and you're being treated like a chief guest. Let's take it from there.
All right, I joined this Zoom meeting thinking that is something of relevant for me, where I was supposed to do a small presentation, but I joined this Zoom meeting and then everybody was so welcoming for a change. I'm not at all used to that sort of a scenario. I normally try to present something at my office here. Already colleagues will be like, oh, he's gonna bore us. Oh no, when is he gonna stop? What is he gonna talk about? Who called this guy? He's gonna talk forever and ever. Whereas in this meeting I joined, I am like, yes, we have our chief guest, Sharath, who has joined us. I'm like, okay, hi everybody. That was such a welcome surprise for me. I was really awestruck. And then they really welcomed me very nicely. And then they suddenly said, yes, today we have Sharath, who is going to talk about the current political scene at Karnataka. And I am like, what? Politics? I'm not actually supposed to be in politics. And I thought I'm joining something else. And here I am asked to talk about politics at Karnataka. But I was really enjoying the spotlight. I was really enjoying the way they treated me like a major guest or something like that. And then I just started blabbering on whatever I knew about the politics in Karnataka. But at the end of the day, they were really happy. They really, clapped their hands, and I was really happy. And I just exited from the meeting with a good feeling. And then I realized that the meeting I was supposed to join, I never joined, and there's a huge escalation. That's how corporate life is sometimes. Thank you. Over to you, Rakesh.
Well, yeah, I think that was I think hopefully that situation never happens to anybody. But but I think the way Sharath explained, I think it looks like he would have handled it quite gracefully. Okay, so I guess now we are on to the next topic. So who would like to take it from here?
Okay, Abhilash, I will try.
Okay. The next topic is your butterfly moment is you try to save 10 rupees and ended up spending 10,000.
Okay, so suppose nothing is coming to my mind at this point. But if this scenarios happen, it will really make me little sad that I tried saving there and I spent double or thrice here, and might I might not uh, I might not get outside or do shopping or somewhere because this might affect me that uh, I have made the mistake and maybe I postpone my 2 3 uh, my shopping plans or my outing plans because of this. But saving 10 rupees might cancel my future plans and might happen something like this. So uh, this will definitely make me sad if this happens. That's all I can say on this.
Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're totally right. I mean, you will be sad. I'll be quite depressed if a scenario like this ever happens. But one good thing is it's always a great learning experience when situations like this happen to us. And it's always, the lesson is it's always better to sometimes to spend upfront so that we don't end up in trouble later. All right. And who's there for the next topic?
I can take up
All
Pranali this
right.
side.
All right, Pranali. And the next topic is, yes, your butterfly moment is you accidentally sit in someone else's chair and everyone assumes you are the new boss.
Okay, so this accident might feel like an accident for someone, but for me it would be a dream come true, because to reach to this level of being a boss, it takes a lot of a lot of hard work, and then just sitting on the chair can make me feel to be or act as a boss, or people assume me as a boss, just like how in the film Nayak, that actor was getting treated as an PM for a single day. I would really enjoy being a boss for a single day, just to check how things goes on that other side of the screen, where managing everything. And to be honest, it'll be a little funny when people start asking me something which is out of my out of my knowledge, and then I have to be like, okay, I am not sure what is this. But yeah, again, sitting on this chair of new boss will be little difficult, but again, it is a process of learning. And yeah, I'll definitely enjoy this. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
All right. Yeah, you sound like a very kind-hearted boss from what I hear and I understand, and I think if when you do become the boss in the future, I think everyone else will be lucky. All right. So I think we have maybe two more topics. So maybe if you want, we can just do one more. We can. Is there someone else who would like to volunteer?
I think Aishwarya wanted to go, right? Then I think Chitra is also ready. We have two more.
Oh, we have two more. Okay. So, okay. I am, so who is doing this next?
Aishwarya can do now, and then we can
Oh,
have-
okay. The next topic is, yes, your butterfly moment is a single sneeze from you changes the mood of an entire evening.
Well, it was performance evaluation. And we were a team, and we were sitting in the conference room that had been specifically booked, and it wasn't year-end performance evaluation, more like a project performance evaluation. And we were all, sitting around the table, and things had gone wrong in that one project. And we had reached deadlines, and we were all new. We were all like fresh associates. We were 4 A0s. A0s is the term that is used in law firm speak as fresh, green, and like absolutely new associates who know nothing and who think they're out to conquer the world but are treated worse than interns. Yeah, we were a bunch of 4 of us, and we were sitting, and our 2 partners were sitting, and we were just about to hear it from them, because we had not understood what was going wrong, and we had not understood what the mandate was. We had delayed it so much, and a couple of us had left early the previous night, even though early meant 10 o'clock. And it was right there. Like they started, and they were going at it. It was bad. Like all of us had our heads down, and right then, I kid you not, they asked us the question, so what do you have to say for yourselves? And they all looked at me. There was pin drop silence. Except the associate partner said, bless you. And she laughed as well. She sneezed, and then the whole room burst out laughing. Well, suffice to say that the tension was cut, and we all kind of cooled down a little bit. And then I guess the partners also realized that they were being really, really hard on us, because it was like our first or second project. And they were like, fine, we'll let it go, but these are the lessons, etc., etc. But essentially, what could have been a really, really tense moment absolutely fizzled out, because yours truly had the smart-mindedness or whatever, or the misfortune at that point to sneeze really loudly. Thank you. Oh, back to you. Just Master Abhilash.
Wow. Yeah, I think you made me visualize the entire meeting. I think we all should probably sneeze on purpose during these kind of moments. All right. So the final topic, I'm just gonna show it. And this is the final topic for the session. Who would like to?
We have Chitra. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, sorry, just a second. Who is doing the timings?
I am from the room. Maybe I'll just add
Okay.
yeah, that also to the spotlight. Okay, I've added spotlight.
Okay. Okay. Hey. Okay, I can see now. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. So this is something that I have never experienced personally in my life, where I would be giving directions despite being not slightly unsure. I am pretty bad at giving directions in the first place, but that doesn't stop people from becoming local guides, right? I have heard recently, not recently, I think a couple of years back, I had gone to Qutub Minar because I wanted my son to know the history of Qutub Minar. So I thought I'll hire a local guide to help him know what the Minar stands for and when it was built, etc., and in an interesting way. So I realized and learned from that local guide is that you don't need to be correct or you don't need to have any kind of knowledge. Like how am not good at giving directions to talk about something. Like I am talking about this topic despite not knowing where I am going right now. So from how it was built by aliens to random stories on Qutub Minar we got to hear. So much so that we had to turn around and laugh while he was not looking. So then we started Googling in our phones to figure out the actual history about that place. And then eventually we had to tell him we have a family emergency and get out of that place because we just could not hear him anymore. Uh, so yeah, I guess like the speech I'm just delivering, not knowing the directions and becoming a local guide could, I mean anything, and it is you don't need to be sure about anything at all. Back to you, Toastmaster Abhilash.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think we all should probably get some guidance from a local guide who has no idea. It just seems more fun from the way you described it. But with that, I would like to conclude the table topics session for today. Over to you, Toastmaster Pranal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhilash. I am very sure that every one of us has enjoyed all the topics that you have shared. They were wonderful and very engaging. And thank you again for sharing those things with us and having that great pitch in. So, yeah, moving forward, now let's begin with the evaluation. But before that, I just want to share one small story. That is, have you ever guys noticed anyone saying something very good about you and that had stayed in your mind for years? Maybe can we have hands up? Yeah. And any one negative comment too, maybe that even has stayed with you for longer years. See, words are tiny, right? But their impacts is massive, right? That's why communication is important. And for that, to help us with the communication and feedback, we have our evaluator. So I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Chitra to share feedback for Toastmasters Somnath. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranali. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm back with the evaluation. There's this joke I keep on quoting every now and then when I'm evaluating. It goes like uh, about public speaking. Basically, at a funeral, most people would rather be inside the coffin than giving the eulogy. That's how scary public speaking can be. Now, and that is why Toastmaster Somnath deserves a special appreciation for speaking up today. Can we all have a round of applause for Toastmaster Somnath? He chose a step onto the stage and began his Toastmaster journey today. And congratulations on your icebreaker, Toastmaster Somnath. Now, what I really enjoyed about his speech today was he spoke about humor and about his pathway, right? And he used it naturally throughout his speech, and it was very relatable. He compared uh, the moving from 10th to 11th standard and how difficult it was with his moving to a different city, Agartala, I think, right? And it was very relatable again and nicely captures how overwhelming a new face can be, similarly, how overwhelming speaking in public can be. And of course, the highlight of the speech was when he talked about his test score getting 7 out of 15 and his very witty comment from his father about studied like Vidya Sagar. I think all of us can relate to how passive aggressive most parents can be sometimes and funny at the same time. And it was delivered so naturally and funnily. Now, one of the biggest strengths today, Toastmaster Somnath, was your stage presence. You came across very genuine, friendly, and endearing. Now, instead of telling the entire life story, you chose to focus on one part of your school life, and it made that part very engaging. If I had a few areas of improvement in your speech, I would say one thing is you referred to the notes from your laptop quite often. While it's an icebreaker speech and it is completely okay to even read the entire speech from a sheet of paper, right? It would have been good if you had the notes in your hand at least, so that the duration where the eye contact is missing would be lesser, and it would create a better connection. The next thing is the speech felt very short. Maybe the timer can tell us what was the duration of his speech, Toastmaster Sharaf?
Yeah, duration was 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Okay. So the speech has to be from 4 to 6, right? You gave us a very engaging glimpse into your school years, but it left us wanting to know Somnath a lot more than what we got to know. It's a great sign for a speaker, but we want to hear you for longer, know you longer. So try to talk more going forward. But having said all of this, thank you for stepping up today, Somnath, and congratulations on your first speech. You showed us public speaking is not about perfection. It is about being genuine and connecting with the audience. And you did that wonderfully well. Once again, congratulations and hope to hear a lot from you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Back to you, Toastmaster Pranali.
Thank you so much, Chitra. That was very helpful, for, not only for Somnath, but for each of us. And yeah, now going forward, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Aishwarya to share her feedback on Toastmaster Saurav's speech. Can we have Toastmaster Aishwarya?
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranali. Toastmaster Saurabh, can I see you on the screen, please? Perfect. Thank you. And Toastmaster Sharad, could you tell me what the timing of the speech was?
This was 6 minutes and 21 seconds.
Sorry?
6
6
minutes
minutes
and 21 seconds. 21.
21,
Six.
21 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, first off, good afternoon, everybody. Toastmaster Saurabh, congratulations on taking your first step in the Toastmasters journey. An icebreaker speech is supposed to be about the simplest topic, which is yourself, but often we find it the hardest to speak about ourselves, which is why when you started off the speech by saying all is well, I thought that was the most endearing thing about your entire speech. I absolutely loved the way it was structured. The fact that you said that although your roots are from West Bengal, you were born and brought up in a town near Varanasi, and you basically chartered your journey through the time you played as a boy with your friends, and then in school, and then in college, and then finally in your professional life as a coder, as an engineer, as an employee of Radisys, and how you came to be a part of Toastmasters and SoundBytes Club. So one thing I really, really enjoyed about your speech was the fact that every instance that you told us about, narrated about from your experiences, you made sure to connect your pathway, the fact that it is dynamic leadership, and what you learned about leadership from all of those experiences, which was absolutely fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that. I also particularly loved the confidence with which you spoke. And the fact that you said that, oh, I wasn't that great, AI wasn't a part of it, so you chose to change tracks and go into sports, but then you learned about leadership even in sports and how even that was about communication. And you talked about um, becoming the rebel in college and how you were able to convince people to participate in various things and your experiences in college. So essentially what I got from your speech was the fact that you were able to chart your experiences and what you learned about dynamic leadership or leadership in general, and then connect it to coming to Radisys and then being a part of Codathon because you wanted to be a better leader, and all of it basically being a motivation for why you joined Toastmasters and chose dynamic leadership as your pathway. So I think, in my opinion, the whole charting of the territory and the journey was beautiful. If there was any one thing that I would like to point out, which is again something that you are going to learn through the course of your pathways, it is going to be a little bit more interaction with the audience. While a lot of it was already relatable because you talked about your experiences as a young boy, um, and what you learned from it, just an actual interaction with the audience could take it that much further. So besides that, I think you did a fabulous, fabulous job. Congratulations on starting out on your journey and all the very best. I hope this takes you and gives you all that you expect from it and more. Back to you, Toastmaster Pranali.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aishwarya. It was really a detailed feedback for Toastmaster Saurav, and he'll take a lot of things from it. And yeah, moving forward, I'm so sorry I could have bought our timer report before starting with this evaluations, but yeah, can we have Toastmaster Sharad to share his timing reports?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Pranali. And just to add here, what you did now is correct because this way I can give the timings of evaluations as well. Now, as the timer of today, I have noted down the speakers, the evaluators, and the table topic speakers timings. It's as follows. For the speeches, Somnath, you took 2 minutes and 17 seconds, which is a bit lesser than the time. And Saurav, you have 6 minutes 21 seconds, which is actually time because we have plus or minus 30 seconds buffer. So you are within the buffer. And coming to table topics, I myself, Sharath, I spoke for 1 minute 47 seconds, which is on time. Akshata spoke for 52 seconds, which is slightly below time, so expected at least 1 minute. Pranali, you spoke 1 minute and 8 seconds, which is on time. And Aishwarya, you spoke 2 minutes 28 seconds, exactly like on time with the 30 seconds buffer. And Chitra, you spoke for 1 minute and 40 seconds, which is on time. And coming to evaluations, Chitra, you spoke for 3 minutes and 3 seconds, which is yes within time when you consider the buffer. And Aishwarya, you spoke 3 minutes 26 seconds, again right there next to the buffer zone. And that's all from the timer report, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharad, for sharing those timing reports with us. So now, as we come close to the end of this meeting, I want us all to remember one thing. Never underestimate small actions or changes. One opportunity can change a career, one conversation can heal someone, and one speech can build confidence. And one Toastmaster meeting can transform a person. So I hope everyone to join us in our upcoming session and honestly live that beauty of growth. And with that, now I'd like to hand over to our president, Toastmaster Sharad. Over to you, Toastmaster Sharad.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful session. So we have a close-knit group of maybe around 10 people, considering 3% joined here, but still we had a very wonderful session. Thanks to each one of you for taking your time and joining our session. And I would like to reflect upon what Saurav had spoken in his speech. In the initial stages, he said that he has that anxiety and fear, and that's why I joined Toastmasters. Exactly, that's one point that most of the people don't get. They get intimidated thinking that you need to be at least at a minimum level to even be part of Toastmasters. That is against the basic principle of what Toastmasters itself is for. This is a platform where people can build confidence and try to become better at public speaking when you are not good at it. Those who are more anxious, more scared, are the ones who would usually benefit the most from being part of Toastmasters. Because you get more and more exposure and you try to get better and better with each speech, with each roles you take, with each table topics you will be speaking upon. That's the fundamental reason why Toastmasters is there on the first place. Thanks. And I wanted to just share that with all the members here. And thank you once again to all the role takers. Special thanks to all the role takers today taking our time. And just a quick announcement from me today is regarding the votes. Voting will be done through the email. Of course, we'll have a voting for the best table topic speaker, for the best speaker, for the best evaluator, and best role taker as well. This email will come from me shortly. Please do take out a few minutes of your time again just to quickly vote for your favorite speaker for today and favorite role taker for today. With that, we are right on time. Thank you once again, each and every one, and looking forward to much more enthusiasm, much more participation. Please do spread the word about our club so that we can try to have more and more participation. Now, with that, we can conclude today's session. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.